Salute.
Something I wish I made.
Definitely gonna
This is something I wish I made. So I had to put two heads
This
together.
is the Pressbox live. Boy, CA once again, new week. Now,
Thank y'all for tuning in. Slightly behind, like my man said, but always on time.
it's the first of the month type shit.
Alright.
Cash your checks and come on type shit.
Y'all give everybody a second to get in here, man. I know we got a couple of people that be here, man, every week, like, hey, what's going on? I know y'all this week, like, y'all niggas a little late. You know what I'm saying? Because we have been accustomed, you know what I'm saying, to being as prompt as possible. You know? So we live right now in the Pressbox CA. What's happening?
Hey. First of the month. I told you.
It is,
Yes,
man.
sir.
It is,
We
man.
back. It's another Thursday. We back in here.
It is with a very special guest in the house tonight.
And we're talking about that boy.
I call him Fresh.
You call him Fresh?
I call him Fresh, man.
Definitely, man.
Tell me.
Definitely, man.
Okay. Got the cameras lit.
Am I free to speak in whenever?
But listen,
Alright.
you can speak in, but I can't see you. I don't have a visual of you.
Oh no, you good.
Am I gonna be right here when it's time for you to be seen, or we just move? Because
Okay, I will. You want me to say that?
whatever, because they need to see who you are. They need to see
Got
you
it,
too.
man.
They need to see you too.
You
And
gotta
I know the camera. Oh, I can see why. Hold on. I can see, I can see why. Now, you make, hold on. I'm like, angles in this joke.
You Guyton in this bitch.
It's going down.
Yeah, tell me.
Ain't nothing, man. Boys just chilling. Excited to be on the excited to be on the podcast in here, man.
Definitely. We excited to have you, man. Definitely is. Jay try to get that camera fixed. We got it. That's perfect.
Straight look, man.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just talking about.
Oh, that got him.
Talking to we glad that minute. We gotta make sure he in there. That's what you're saying, huh?
Yeah, man.
Definitely, right.
Okay. Texas Key. Upgrade.
What up, upgrade?
Upgrade. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm gonna pause it so I can play another little old tune before we get off into it. You know what I'm saying? Gonna get off into our sponsorship and whatnot. Here we go right here.
Give us one more. Definitely got it going, Jay.
Uh-oh.
Did you load up the jam one time for us?
Yeah.
Which one your favorite? Out there, Jay. Before we get too deep into it. Before, I ain't mean to bust the bubble, but before we get too deep, Jay, which one is your ball?
I hear you. I hear you. And it's not even gonna let me play it, man. We're gonna play something up there. We're gonna play it up there. That's what I'm trying to do anyway. Body rock. That's what I got. There we go. I can't really think of the name, but I know it's number 7.
Number 7.
I know that.
Yeah.
No, it's not. That's one after that.
One time.
That's bad. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Yeah, that's mine right there.
I just want to touch the surface, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll get off into that.
Yeah, we definitely gonna get into that, man. We're gonna hit y'all always with these current events. What's going on in different things. Want that little bit more? Turn it up? Okay. We'll be back in a minute. Hold up, though.
Bring in my gun cup. He heard it. Already. He heard it. Yup. Fact.
These days,
That's a hell of a ball right there, man. Guess what?
I guess it's a feeling
I never know though.
Celebrating the fact we got activated by people.
Okay.
You heard that? Activated by Vivo, man.
Lord, if that's a blessing,
You know I got to receive it.
yeah. 3G on the the ones that don't wanna see me in season. One time for the ones that just wanna see me in secret. Check it for six, say
Like a sister teacher. Lord.
That's the first time boys been actually been pretty live here with me on my music. You know, a lot of times you go to interviews, people don't even be knowing nothing about you when you first pull
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna get our rich So make some room like Bugatti. But top T on the alley. Could drop Muhammad Ali. Only ones and twos are hopscotch in the big body. Hey man, thank y'all for tuning in right now, live on the YouTube stream, right now on the Instagram stream. We are live, man. This is the Pressbox. It is February 1st, and we are celebrating Black History by making Black History. You dig? Yes, sir. Live in the Pressbox. Hey man, let me say this right quick before we get too far deep into it. Shout out, man, right here to our sponsor, man. Been sponsoring the show, been down with us since day one. You know what I'm saying? He goes by the name of Daddy Duvain. You can find him and his network at theniggachurch.org. Look that up, man. Go spend $1 or $2, see what he got going. But guess what?
Well, we don't say
We don't say, hey man, you need to say nigga, man. It's the nigga church.
Yeah.
It's nigga shit.
Yeah.
But listen, man, we're gonna be broadcasting right here live, February 22nd, with my man Reverend Nigga Daddy on your Instagram network. We're gonna be podcasting right here live. Then on the 23rd, we're gonna be back, you know what I'm saying, in the other part of the building that's called a media block. If you don't know what the media block is, it's not just this, it's this podcasting place. It's live, it's lit, it's just the shit. But it's more
to it.
Yeah.
It's definitely more to it.
You go back to the back and you have all other type of events and functions, whatever it is you can come up with. Come up here and look for yourself and see, you know what I'm saying, the media block, and see what's really going on. We're gonna be here on the 22nd, the 23rd, having a function called the Nigga Church. You know what I'm saying? My man gonna go in for about an hour and a half on just nigga shit. Really 10 things that every nigga or niggers must do before you die. Lecture type shit, knowledge type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Free game type
Free
shit.
game.
News type
You
shit.
know what I'm saying?
A lot of people run from it. They don't want to hear it. They don't like hearing the truth.
They don't like the truth. And so this right here is a piece of literature by my man Daddy Duvain, The Immortality Guide, 200 Revolutionary Health Insights for Eternal Health and Long Life. My man is what we call a root doctor or people's healer. You know what I'm saying? So go to theniggachurch.org, you know what I'm saying, get a piece of that, you know what I'm saying, knowledge and wisdom. You know. Now, we back.
We back.
We got the sponsor.
We got the sponsor. You want to hear another jam?
Well, they say it keep freezing up on this site right here. Tell me what you got, man. It's back. We got a special guest up in there. A couple of special guests up in there tonight.
Definitely. Give y'all name and let them know who y'all is, man.
What's going down, man? It's Guyton, QG Fresh on Instagram.
What's going on? This is the boy Roby Juan Kenobi, producer, engineer, musician. Holla at me.
Hey, y'all take that down. Right, Star Wars, Jedi mind tricks down in there, right? Right. Yeah,
I'm glad that you noticed.
Yeah, man, absolutely going down.
That boy
man.
dope too. That boy dope.
Man, we're gonna get off into that, absolutely, man. So we're gonna get off into some news that you can use from the past week. What you got, bro?
Man, I got all type of things going down, man. It's back with the sports, man. You know I stay on my sports shit all the time. You can't never miss me with nothing. I got blockbuster trades and everything going on, man.
Okay, so this ain't ESPN. This is RNSS. Real nigga sports shit.
Yeah,
Come on with it. RNSS. RNSS. Run it.
Raw, uncut.
Yeah, what's going on in the world of sports, my G?
My G, the Super Bowl is up.
Oh, it is Super Bowl weekend coming up.
It's up.
Them funk ass Patriots gonna play. Okay, everybody gonna
And
cheat.
they 9 times out of 10 gonna win. Who y'all favorite team, man?
Man,
You
I
watch football?
I don't even watch football.
Right,
you know,
right.
Man, I'm
Hey.
going for the same team I did last time. It's the same matchup. I'm going for Philly to get the Patriots.
I can dig.
I can dig that.
It is the same matchup from how many years ago? About them to 10 or something.
14, actually. I think that was 04. And that very Super Bowl was here in Houston.
No shit.
Yeah,
All
it
four
was.
Super Bowls in Houston. I was just graduating high school.
Philly and
you know.
Patriots, yes.
Yeah,
Correct me if I'm
That's
wrong.
crazy. It was.
Hey, that's
And
wild.
the
Like
infamous,
forever
the
ago.
infamous Janet and Justin too.
Yeah,
That didn't happen in Houston.
Where the titties,
Oh,
nipple slipped
man, I
out.
didn't know
The
that.
nip slip.
Wow.
Hey.
That boy dropped some facts and then we need some kind
Hey.
of bombs. Man, boy, come with the facts.
You sure for
Yes,
that?
yes, correct me if I'm wrong.
Hey, y'all fact checked in the press box,
Fact
you
check,
know what I'm saying? But
please.
yeah, that's some news you can definitely use.
I wasn't even hearing you.
But wait a minute. It's crazy you say that because ain't Timberlake performing at halftime again?
Yes,
Yeah.
it was
up in.
He back.
Imagine that.
He back.
Ain't
Get
that
the
ironic?
ring.
Right.
Thinking it might be a surprise jamming.
No, she
Man.
might come out the blue.
Nah,
History always repeats itself.
It definitely does. It definitely does that, man. And just on the note of the reason I always bring up the whole football spiel is because boys at the beginning of the year was Kaepernick, is what I like to call it. They was following his suit and everything he was doing. Now it just all fade out. So I like to remind people, you know, they was protested, but there ain't no protests going on no more. Just in case you don't watch football and you don't know, protests over with, G.
Yeah.
You know,
Dang.
yeah. That's how it is.
I'm a little
Moment of
surprised.
silence for the protest, man.
Yeah, it's over with.
Okay. But yeah. So in other news, sports news, because I don't really like the whole football thing, man. Like I said, the thing about it, if you feed into the other side of everything that's going on into it, it'll take you from what you're supposed to be there doing, and that's enjoying the game, watching the team need to score touchdown. Because I got a couple for the name drop now, Tristan Ebner. You know what I mean, for the Baylor Bears, you know, youngsters that I enjoy watching seeing them play football. So the whole concept when they was taking the knee, I just wanted them to get it right. You know what I mean? Whichever way they was going with it, however they was trying to do it, but at the same time, it turned into something totally different. So that's why I bring it up every week in the press box just to keep it going. Though. But LeVar Ball's still balling too.
All the ball.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna bring him up every time too. I'm just saying. Let me get my drink. I'm telling you.
That's a cool little old way to go into. The boys had a triple double over there. One of them, the youngest one.
Lithuania?
Yeah.
I can't pronounce it correctly.
Lithuania.
Yeah, Lithuania.
Yeah, and it's short. The acronym for that is LIT.
Yeah.
He made that himself.
Boy had a triple double over them. So yeah, they balling. The ball, man, is continuously exceeding y'all expectations they put out. They try to think you're gonna fall off, but the man is doing amazing shit, man.
Definitely doing amazing shit. And then just sticking with the NBA, the All-Star game coming up, LA. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
That's
They got there in
coming
LA.
up. Yeah.
There's gonna be a bunch of hoes selling pussy in LA.
And snot and powder off the plate.
Off the real. It is gonna be like
Hey man, this the press box. I say what the fuck I want to, man. I'm just saying, no, this is the motherfucking news you can
LA.
use. Yeah, man, it's LA, it's Hollywood. It's
Listen,
like
man.
new coke in Hollywood.
Yeah, shit.
You know what I'm saying? It's going down. But the reason I bring up the All-Star game is because, you know, a couple of brothers felt like they got snubbed off the list, you know what I mean? And, you know, who was it? Paul George. Well, OKC, he didn't make it, you know what I mean?
Word.
And he's like the number one or number two guard in his position forward, to be exact. That nigga didn't make it. He leading in steals, by the way, averaged like 20 and something. He didn't make it. Who else didn't make it that I was
What about
thinking?
Damian Lillard? I heard he was a little upset about that.
See, what it was is Westbrook clapped at him. It was
Ah.
like, you got dudes who always be crying by not making it, and the dudes who's supposed to make it ain't made it. So Damian Lillard was like, yeah, I ain't doing no crying. I'm just handling up. Like,
Yeah.
I'm speaking,
Yeah.
I'm supposed to be here, so
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
Yeah.
accepting it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Ain't no denying it.
They definitely like that. And then who else was figuring that they was gonna there was a couple of more people that was just like they just got snubbed, just felt bad about the whole little situation, man. But a bunch of people got injured too and ended up having to have some replacements like Boogie Cousins, so his Achilles.
Yeah.
So he out for the season, man. He ain't gonna even be able to participate, not yet the All-Star game, but even make a push for the playoffs with him and Anthony Davis down in New Orleans. Yeah, the Pelicans, them boys balling hard. They definitely balling hard. And also, free agency coming up. Everybody wanna know where LeBron going. LeBron my guy, so I definitely ain't finna get in here and be like, wherever he going, that's where we going. I'm gonna tell you this straight now. You call me bandwagon, call me whatever. Wherever LeBron going free agency, he coming. I heard he going to Houston.
No.
Yeah, I did. He had on Houston jersey, man.
No, he didn't. He
Yeah.
did not come to the age.
Hey, I heard he come to Houston, man. What you think about that, Prince? If he came
Pay
down
cut
there.
if he gonna come.
If
Man.
he came
The
down
city
there.
already lit. I feel like it'll be right on time for the age, just for the excitement of our city. I feel like we're developing, and LeBron James will bring all the light we need over here. But I feel like the beard is doing his thing though, man.
Hey,
Shout out to the
game he had was that a 60-point triple-double.
Yes, sir, the other night.
That boy been
Yeah.
acting up.
He's the only player to do so.
Yeah.
The only one we pulled that out,
Yeah,
y'all.
yeah.
What's crazy is the media tried to take it away from him. Like they was like, why are we patenting? Why are we so hyped about the triple double? And
16.
because she is
Then you drop 10.
11 rebounds. She was doing a bunch of work. That's why
That
they
is.
was hyped
Man,
about them.
60-point triple-double.
Heck
Yeah,
yeah,
and that was a point record break
In
too.
48 minutes.
yeah,
Oh.
man.
Against who?
Orlando. Was it Orlando Magic?
Whoever it was against, you niggas is, boy, you fucking got a record broke on y'all
That's
ass,
what-
man.
yeah,
We
that's
going
what
down the
Orlando
record
Force
books.
taking the L at the last
Yeah,
second.
man, you need to go to the record books for getting ran through. By
Yeah.
a beard.
Definitely, H-Town definitely putting on,
I'd like
man.
to see more of that in the postseason.
And
though.
that's exactly what I was about to get at.
And that's the thing about it, because last year he didn't show up and he was in the club afterwards 60 minutes later. They said an hour later he was like, "Fuck, nigga, I don't care, I'm at the club, nigga." But he was airballing in the game though.
Mm.
So they was like, yeah, how he gonna be that guy if you ain't that guy?
Yeah. I mean, he might have just already had it off his chest. I think I remember talking to somebody about that. What did you want him to do? Go home and mope about it?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? He might be at that level in life to where he know it ain't worth spending no time not celebrating.
It's a job. I gotta
Yeah.
go back and do this shit next year, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm out here putting it on the line. Y'all know
Nobody
that.
else. So how you gonna? But
Okay.
at the same time, he gotta step
At the
up.
same time, niggas be like, boy, don't let me catch you out with another loss.
Yeah, for real.
Catch you out of V-Live, boy.
Because he was definitely in that
It'll be
thing.
on your helmet, nigga.
TMZ was on his neck. He tried to put a hoodie on. They zoomed in like James Harden. You know how they put the arrow on the nigga like, yeah.
We see you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny, boy. Boys, they give that boy 1 second to chill on that.
Definitely didn't give him 1 second chill. Speaking of All-Stars, just a quick list of notable All-Stars that switched teams in 2017. Carmelo Anthony,
Melo down in OKC.
Jimmy Butler with
Minnesota.
Minnesota Timberwolves, Paul George,
Paul George back there. Okay.
then Blake Griffin. He done went to Detroit now.
About that.
That was the last one that you were
I
just
think
talking
that
about
was,
the
I
other
think
day.
that was an
Yeah.
unpleasant trade right there. I
Wake
think
up,
that was- yeah,
wake up, it's
Blake.
82. You go to sleep, it's negative.
Yeah.
You woke up in California, you go to sleep,
In the
it's
D.
and
Boy, it's just, the climate is wholly different from LA.
Yeah.
The D needed that for to reconstruct what they got going though, because what they were saying how ain't nobody filling up no seats.
so they needed a
Yeah,
name.
they gotta
Yeah.
put somebody there gonna fill some seats up.
Okay, so moving on, Gordon Hayward went to the Celtics. Dwight Howard went to Charlotte. Down there with what's the young dude named Kimber?
Yeah, Kemba Walker, he can ball.
Man, definitely can ball out of UConn. Everybody know Kyrie, the big Kyrie trade where he went to Boston and what
Isaiah too.
to Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Then you have Victor Oladipo. He went from OKC in that trade for Paul George, Chris Paul, our
Out of
name.
maneuvers, boy.
Yeah, it's like it's crazy because I got it right here, but you would never even think of, when you see him, you like, dang, yeah. But boys trying to get in position to win a chip, man.
Trying to beat the Warriors.
Don't nobody want to beat Barkley, man.
No, that's the thing. To try to beat the Warriors, it's like, what can we do to beat these niggas? These niggas got 4 All-Stars once again.
Yes.
4 All-Stars. How can we beat them? That be the thing, man. Hey, sports is definitely crazy
They
from.
gotta get it in like the '90s. Start playing a little rough.
That's what I was thinking.
They gotta go in like the bad boys.
I was thinking like you know how in the '90s though, would you ever think though Jordan to go play on Barkley team
Nah.
or Drexler go link up with, you know what I mean?
It never seemed like they would even want to.
Or like this the slightest thing on their mind, but they was like, nah, I'm going at this fool head.
But the game has changed though, man.
Yeah.
I feel like, the players have learned so much about the economic side of it that they're using that strategy to get into some more positions.
Knowing their value as well.
Come on.
That's
Yeah.
the
Come
key
on.
because
Knowing their
then
value.
they just let them run them in the dirt. Back
Exactly,
then.
exactly.
Yeah.
So we might look at it as one way, but they might be paving the way for everybody else who's coming through.
Absolutely. So much so that entire cities, you know what I'm saying, burn their jerseys and dedicate so much hate because these players choose not to continue their careers in their cities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Imagine being just a Joe and you got so much hate for somebody like LeBron for not coming to your city. That's crazy, man. That's how much power the athletes have though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of power, but you know.
It's the side of the game to the fact of what are they gonna do with the power though once they got, you know what I mean?
That's the catch-22 because their power is almost diminished because it's connected to your money. And that's why most of our powerful athletes, entertainers or whatnot, there's certain boundaries that they have. You know what I'm saying? That they're not gonna cross because they're not gonna get that check they're trying to get. They're not gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, be in certain doors not gonna open to them. You know what I'm saying? If they're not willing to play the game. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that the higher up you get, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Now, the more you got to play the game, people who write the checks to represent these companies and corporations. Otherwise, they're not gonna fuck with you.
No, not at all.
Definitely not, man. And just the whole thing, like I be saying, on the whole thing on sports, man, boys is blessed. You know what I mean? Basically, God given talents and work ethic, what they done put in to get to where they need to be, and it's like, at the same time, they gotta use these platforms, man, to reach out and do some shit that need to be done.
Yeah.
Instead of just telling the nigga to go buy your shoe.
Yeah. Off camera action.
Right.
Yeah.
These really are like the gods of, you know what I'm saying, of the race. You know, these are like the most strongest, biggest, fastest, you know what I'm saying, aggressive, athletic species of black people. Like you look at some of these, look like a defensive tackle, somebody that's 6'8" to run a 4'6" or something, that bench press 400. Like these are the people that you know what I'm saying, that would normally be front line fighting for whatever cause, but due to the fact of they have contracts and their job, their voice, you know what I'm saying, and their pocketbook is connected, is directly to that. So they're you know, it's a way that we're handicapped to where something like, why these people don't give back? Shit, a lot of people, they can't, you know what I'm saying? It's some of the shit is even so deep that it's in their contracts. You can't go back and fuck with these people. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna come destroy you.
Definitely. So, I definitely, since we on the, like I said, on the sports note too, also send a RIP to Rasoon Butler and his wife. You know what I mean? That passed away, car crash.
Both of them?
Yes, both of them. Yeah.
Man, my condolences. I ain't
Yeah.
even hear that news.
Yeah. So, just moving right along, man. At all times, man, the Pressbox, we just trying to give y'all the spiel that you really don't want to dive into. I'm gonna dive in that shit. I'm gonna say what you want to say that you can't say. Believe that.
Before we go any further, we had just got into the dates. Let's get into a couple of birthdays. We had my man Ski, New Money Management.
Shout
you know
out
what I'm
Ski.
saying? We was up in the D, doing it the right way. Shout out to that boy. Happy birthday to Ski. Happy B-Day to my baby girl, my youngest, Nima Rain, turned 4. You know what I'm saying?
Happy
That's
birthday,
always
Nima.
a pleasure and a blessing. Again, I say this is what we doing this for. We are just putting, you know what I'm saying, leaving our prints down so that our seeds can see that they can do bigger things that we do. You know
Spawn
what I'm saying?
out what we got
Yeah,
going.
we're
Yeah.
supposed to exceed, you know what I'm saying, what our parents do. We're supposed to be smarter, just like our seeds are supposed to be smarter, wiser, and do what we do. Do bigger things than what we do, you know what I mean? So just plant these seeds of
It's supposed to get advanced. It's not supposed to stay the same. Definitely.
evolution,
Sure.
man.
That's what it's called, huh, G?
And Monique, she shouted out, she got on the press by like, hey, it's my birthday. So hey, happy birthday to you too. And everybody tuned in, man. Everybody that subscribed to the press box, everybody that's liking and sharing.
Pressbox right now.
Again,
Appreciate it,
we
bro.
appreciate it.
Definitely.
You know what I'm
Show,
saying?
I can't.
We working, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes to just stay more active and give you more, especially from this live stream that we're doing here from the media block, so y'all can actually see and get some of this content in little bitty segments. You know what I'm saying? But want you to subscribe, want you to come and watch on the YouTube, comment, talk shit, hate. Well, anything is plenty, man. We want anything is good.
Yeah, I see you with the Devin.
Yeah, anything is plenty, man. Yeah, it's better than now. Yeah, man. We're gonna get off into some of this music. If you didn't know, listen, man, if I tell you a motherfucking duck can pull a truck, shut up and hook the motherfucker up. This nigga right here, man, sitting over here right here next to me on this side, when it comes to the music, man, he's on some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
Prolific, man.
y'all, we are honored to have him in the building. Honored to be able
Honored
to
to be here, too.
Yeah, honored to be able to introduce him to who I know for sure. My listeners, his listeners, our listeners,
Yes, they'll know.
everybody, you know what I'm saying, that hasn't heard this vibration of music, man, and this thought process, man, some real feel good shit, man. It's different and whatnot. But we're gonna get off into it in a few minutes, man. But I just had to ad lib right quick. And we're gonna get off into behind the scenes, who production wise, you know what I'm saying, to make some of these sounds. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
Yeah.
gonna tap into all that, man. Some more current events for him, Jay.
What you got?
Out in San Francisco, about the tree. I'm going. You know, I'm finna talk about the tree. If I'm going out on the West Coast, you know I'm talking about the tree, right? I definitely talking about the tree, man. Just in general news, they saying that they gonna pass the law to where if you was, you know, in trouble for the marijuana. They gonna go back and redo it and make it right.
Expunge 'em. They gonna expunge
They gonna
'em,
make,
yeah,
they
I
gotta
seen
make
that.
it right. They gotta make it right, because how can you have it legal here, and then you still got people that's serving time penalties and still being punished for it. So you know where I'm at with mine.
Yeah.
Boy, we gotta make our ways to the West
You gotta
Coast.
get
boy.
out there on the west for that, though.
It's almost like a safe haven.
You feel me?
Man.
You feel me?
It's a whole different, it's like a whole different, you know what I'm saying, state. It's a whole different world almost. Laws different, the society different, the cost of living is different.
Laws is different.
Yeah,
Three
man.
strikes you out type action.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the weed, the medical, you know what I'm saying, it's not only Cali, it's other states that are, you know what I'm saying, opening their doors and exploring it for what it is. But at the same time, they still bagging boys for the bag. And at the same time, they still have a whole group of people that are prospering, that are investing in this, that are about to make millions of dollars in this corporation of legalized marijuana. So
How long y'all think Texas before Texas come along?
I think they're gonna be one of the last ones.
Yeah, last one.
Real spill.
Yeah, especially in the South as well too, because I have lineage in Mississippi, so I have land that's bound to have my name on it. So
Right.
it's gonna be a while for them to try to get with the grind as well too, because as soon as that happens, the whole family knows.
right.
Even my uncle, my aunts, even my mama knows. He's like, yo, we gotta go out there and start getting that land fertilized, start getting treated,
Yeah.
and before we know it, we can start doing stuff wholesale.
Boy, so much land and space in Texas. I just know they know people who own that are gonna take too much advantage.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
They gonna come in, the people with the big dollars is coming in, they swooping in before you even know what's going
It's
on.
about real estate, man. That's exactly what it's about right now. That real estate is king.
Real estate played a big part in everything, man. It's
Mhm.
location, like ain't that what they say? Location.
Yeah.
Definitely, man. Definitely.
Legalize the green, man. Legalize the tree, man. Stop people, man. Especially even in Texas, even here, you know what I'm saying? People have demonized marijuana so much to just put it in just a dope category.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When really it's really a plant, when really it's a herb, when really the medicinal purposes for this leaf or plant, man, is much more positive than people give life for it for. You know what I'm saying? I've of late been fucking with some CBD oil that I got. You know what I'm saying? And ingesting it. And I can definitely tell the effects from taking it when I'm not taking it. You know what I'm saying? But you know, folks are old fashioned here in Texas, man, in the South, man. They wanna just hang a nigga for anything if they can get their hands a nigga on for.
It started back in the 60s, man, with Nixon.
Yeah.
With Nixon?
Yeah, Nixon. He pretty much demonized it that way for the hippies, and then when Reagan came around, he demonized us for the crack cocaine and everything. But
With that.
who had the planes? Who had the boats? Not us.
Come on, man.
You know?
We know about the Iran Contra. We know y'all had to get them weapons and y'all were trading that dope and sending it in, and that shit was coming through the freeway.
They made
Walls,
movies
man.
about it.
We know this.
Yeah, they making
Oliver
movies about
fucking North. We know who the fuck you are. You know what I'm saying? We did the motherfucking research, nigga. We did the knowledge on you crooked motherfuckers to talk about the war on dope. No, bitch, the war on black folk.
Yeah.
And now you motherfuckers out here fucked up on this opioid. Now you want to send a motherfucker to the motherfucking rehab.
You
bitch.
heard about that
Fuck
shit?
y'all.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Fuck out.
And we did that last week, not to
Yeah,
dive all the
fuck
way
out.
back into it, but yeah, the whole opioid, you know, they gonna open a safe injection site in Philly. It's gonna be the first place to do it.
Yeah.
The first city in the world, whatever, and it's basically a trap house where they can shoot up, but they ain't do it when niggas was
Safely with ambulance on hand, just in case if they do too much. If
Yeah.
they did a little before they
It's
got
a
there.
doctor. It's a doctor. The doctor gonna be trapping. But yeah, like I said, we was on there last week. Nigga was, I couldn't believe that. I definitely still can't believe it. I'm waiting on the breaking news.
It
to
ain't
see
too
what-
much I don't believe either. But you know,
Man,
still
that's
slavery still
crazy.
exists, right? So what else ain't new? Yeah.
Definitely. I'm pulling up, G.
Growing up, I see you got the Drake. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in live right now. Hit the throw a little emoji up in the YouTube. I mean on the gram. My boy over here, man. Pull your Facebook up. Let them know you're live on your book. You know what I'm saying? I got my man Fresh in the building. I've been on this baby blue collar for about the last 3 weeks. I guess maybe the last 3 weeks, a month or something.
Yeah, that's what.
You
Hey,
know,
I ain't
for
gonna
real.
lie. That's what I was looking for the whole time. That's what I've been looking
Oh,
for.
for real?
Yeah.
Man, you probably just gotta just put in baby blue collar.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been on that, man.
I know it's on the YouTube
You
though.
can't just scroll down to the right, but they go all this stuff right there.
I know it, but it ain't.
You want to play in order?
Not
You want to get the
necessarily.
list. You want to
Yeah,
get
the
that
list
list.
so we can go to it because I didn't want to skip it. I wanted to let everybody hear it with us.
Yeah,
I got you.
y'all be sure to download
Y'all got a
that
hashtag?
cute Guyton. The hashtag we got right now, we just Pressbox, the Pressbox, you know what I'm saying? Nothing
Okay.
really just a whole bunch of them, you know, but we definitely here in the Pressbox live, and we definitely exclusive, you know what I'm saying? We
And
definitely.
everybody can't come in here. I just
No,
want you to tell
this
you
is a
that.
space for creatives. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? When you have to have something that you can bring forth with nothing physical. It come out your head, and then you wow. Next thing you know, the idea comes into a whole movement. You know what I'm saying? Off a thought. I noticed what the media block is. We're gonna get off into that because man, it's like the field of dreams. It's definitely the field of dreams, man. DJ, what you got, DJ?
I'm trying to pull my boy up, man. The song that I'm looking for, he told me to put it in his baby blue collar. That's what I'm doing right now, right?
Right.
Yeah. We just
Man,
scrolling through.
I had a busy week, man.
What you was
I ain't
doing?
been in the news this week, man. I've been moving around, man. You know.
It's all kind of, man. They up in war. I didn't even listen to it because it ain't like I've been listening to State of Union speeches. So I don't. But I've been seeing that all over. What's going on with it? You know anything?
No,
Me
I
neither.
know the Grammys happened.
Jay-Z, yeah, the Grammy shout out, and Kendrick won one.
Dig it.
Oh yeah,
Sweat.
Kendrick won 5.
Yeah.
he's
Whoa.
sweating category, bro.
Yeah, Bruno Mars won how many?
Whoa.
5.
I think
We
call
we
him-
all right.
They call him trying to say he king
Of the Grammys?
R&B or
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, yeah?
He
Yeah.
sweat.
Yeah.
He sweat.
And then Jay-Z didn't win nothing. They snuck him.
And baby Blue was up in there. Blue
You know
was
that
telling
big-
them, I seen Blue up in there and said, y'all stop clapping all the goddamn time.
You know they was boycotting.
Y'all see Blue in there?
Yeah,
Tell him.
she, I think it was a gesture like, hold on, y'all gonna get one. So
Yeah.
that's what I thought it was. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna get one.
Be cool.
Like,
He
be
in
cool.
the back trying to
That's
pass
what I
some
perceived.
shots.
Blue, no, I think Blue, she was like, they finna, daddy. This is some bullshit, daddy.
I ain't
Let's
even
fucking
see it.
go. Let's
Why
go,
we even
daddy.
come? Cause usually
Yes.
they
We
boycott
sitting here in
the
the front.
Grammys, right?
And Mama done brought some snacks in this damn bag. Eating out the snack bag.
She was going hard out the snack
Shit,
bag.
she wasn't giving a shit. Shout out to Beyonce, you dig?
Hey, when the baby starter kid, you gotta keep the kids fed, man.
Yeah.
No kid goes hungry, man.
Yeah,
Yes.
family goals at the Grammys.
You hear
No
me?
doubt about it. To the highest extent.
Juice box,
Hey,
one
man.
hand, fruit
Oh,
snacks in the other.
no. I can't let this go.
At the Grammys.
Since you was just talking about what happened this week. Kanye's black card is revoked.
Oh, I
I just
heard.
wanted to let y'all know.
I'm not up on that. You gotta put me on that.
Kim went naked with braids in her head over the weekend.
Uh,
On Instagram.
Stank hard, too.
To my butt, booty, unless he pimping.
Let me know, man. Kanye, that's my nigga, man. But god damn it.
Fuck that, Kanye. You wrong. You definitely wrong. Nah, but on the real note, shit, that's his wife and what they gotta live with. But at the same time, his black card is revoked. That ain't nothing about it. I ain't gotta live with it. That's, you know, what they got, they kids gotta grow up. Why you had your nipple out when I was 4?
But that's mild compared to how she hit the scene, man. People, they just be mindful that motherfucker really wouldn't know who a Kardashian was had it not been for Ray J.
No,
Smashed on.
that's why you made the song. I did it first.
And I mean, but nobody even knew who they was before Ray J. They go back, you don't remember nothing about a Kardashian
No, not
until she was in porn with the black man. You know what I'm saying? So
That's cool.
Ain't that cool?
they have shown that they can really pimp the system. You know what I'm saying? To really pimp the game.
China
You
pimping
know what I
their ass
mean?
though. Fuck that clapback season. China went in. She had a baby. Now she driving around Ferraris, Lamborghinis. She don't
Rolls
work.
Royces,
She
man.
what China do? Salute to China, man. Get your bag, man. Get the bag right.
Put that boy Rob overweight. You can see the before and after picture. Both China, after China. Terrible. Terrible. Bro.
China cold, man. They send one in. They send one in on Rob, man. Damn, G. But they can tell off, shit.
She looked conniving when I found out who she was. I was like, oh no.
Man, China in the game, man. China in the
China out of
game.
Texas.
Huh?
Like Austin or somewhere like that. China out of Texas.
No way.
Yes.
All I know is
Yes,
she's
China out of
in the game
Texas.
and
For
she's in
this.
it to win it.
She finessing. You find it on the?
Man, I got it. I can play it on the Bluetooth.
That'll work.
You gotta disconnect them.
Hey y'all, we got to give y'all some of this cute Guyton, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are in here first to hear this shit right now. If you ain't heard this shit,
Definitely exclusive for me because I know my people ain't heard it. So definitely let it rip.
and this is really what the Pressbox is all about. You know what I'm saying? It's giving you the things that you may not get access to just yet.
There you
We're
go.
gonna give it to you first, man. You know what I'm saying?
I've been searching for an hour or two now.
I know.
Still connected?
DJ over here, my DJ tired over here,
My
man.
arms
still
hurt,
connected?
tired, leg hurt.
You wanna let
I'll
me
let-
connect?
On me?
Yeah, they tell me
Okay,
you
let me get off.
disconnect.
Hey, y'all, pause. Give me 1 second as I disconnect right quick. Give me 1 second. Ooh. Watch out, wave on them.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me get back.
But where you stay though, yeah. Back in there.
Hey, man,
Shout out to everybody
listen.
here, man.
What we about to do is we about to get ready to go off into a break. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go into a break. When we come back, we're gonna get off into the meat and potatoes. or we might get off into the tofu if you're a vegetarian, and wild rice or whatever you like. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get off into the real deal with the guest, Mr. Fresh. It's going down. Man, it's going down in Houston, Texas, man.
Like a
DJ, give me some, DJ.
He got it over there. We gonna let him rock it out.
Bet. That right there.
But if Bruno, I knew Bruno was gonna sweep long time ago. Long time.
Right now, not still following.
Yeah.
I'm the one that moves out. That's with the big body. You're not following my man. I'm about to put his name so you can go follow him, right?
Oh yeah.
Now,
No, let me get that.
Hear that.
Rock your body. Like
Tatiana Ali.
Muhammad Ali. The big body. Now they got it out me. Woo!
Banging my drums up.
So how long the Pressbox been up and running?
The actual, this part,
2 months.
2 months. That's done.
The actual concept of doing media years, the actual footwork of doing shit about a good year, we got a good year. To build interviews and just building content, man. We're going to be able to do shit.
Okay.
This podcast, like I say, about 2 months.
Okay. That's cool.
This is episode number 9.
Episode number? Oh yeah, man. It's almost about to be season. Yeah.
Lord. Sweater hook punches could drop Muhammad Ali. Karate. Swing in the Vegas. Woo! Excuse me, Jen. Excuse me. Can you put that yeah on one time, my man? I know they want special request. Trump corner. Yeah. I fuck with that too.
yeah. Alabama.
You need a new designer.
Yeah.
Craig.
And the boy spit though. He definitely is spit though, man. Exactly, man. He is definitely
Yeah,
spit.
man. We're gonna get into that boy.
I'm a Ric Flair, yeah. Big Mike Flair, yeah. Y'all be ballin', yeah. Nice look, yeah. But what you say to
Young G's, what's happening?
top notch, engineer, push button, start, yeah. Play with me, I swear to get who there. On a Ric Flair, yeah. And bring it back, yeah. Pocket full of dough,
Yeah.
When you got your clothes, yeah. Oh, on a Trinidad, yeah. Everything goes, yeah. I really qualified already, tied the knot. Not about the drama, county. I got an underground queen like Harriet Tubman. The way I move, what it do like Como till it move. First connection in my hair, yeah. I've been in the ring, swinging in my dreams, even on the ropes, still rope a dope, cops got me on the scope, speed got me on my note, haters got me on my dope, you haters got me on my dope,
Hey man, we right now jamming that cute Guyton, baby blue collar. Go download that right now. Yeah. Hey, before we get off into it, this song, hey, before we get back off into the show, I want to play this next song right there. Let that one go. This is the one. I feel like I gotta. Can you hear me?
I turn mine off. I turn my setup off.
Can you hear me?
I'm gonna go back in.
No, I'm breaking up. Okay, because it's breaking up in my earphone. Okay, cool.
We're back.
Yeah, we
Live,
live,
direct.
man. Live.
We really never left. It was just the fact that I stepped late. Take another drink. I ain't with no, bro. Here's my cup. Going in right now. If you ain't got that, man, go get that.
One time for the niggas hating on me on the other side. One time for this feeling, man, I hope it never ever slip away. One time for these niggas hating on me on my lord.
Oh my Lord!
That was, hey, definitely how I do feel. You gonna scream it to the top of your lungs.
Man, this one time I rolled up on the baddest breezy in the club. I ain't even say nothing to it. I just
Come on, man.
and the clothes slowly fell out.
Come on, man.
Tell me one time.
What's a gold miner? What's a gold digger?
Tell me one time to a gold miner. What's a gold digger?
I mean, now we done with the spoken word now. Now we done with the spoken word.
Let it right into
Yeah,
it.
now we-
Hold up. You gotta get y'all right.
Stupid.
Yeah.
One time for the one time.
Man, they don't know what to do. I don't know how to feel. It feel good though. I know that.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta put this on your playlist.
He's gonna do the vibe out there.
Definitely do. The whole thing riding on my shit.
Appreciate it.
And I ain't just saying that because you see me. I listened to it on the way back. And I have a 3-hour drive and I listened to it twice. You
That's
feel me?
live. That's live. Appreciate you, man.
And then I listened to it again when I got home. And then I was like, yeah, this, yeah. Over and over, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got a part 2 to that. Oh, yeah.
Y'all think this song is still around though?
I know.
I think they do. They thinking twice. Watch me go so cold on
Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey,
Already.
tell more lies than a stripper do. Watch me go so cold on Watch me go so cold.
Everybody gotta be live.
Take it black life like the KKK.
Make it take your bump on like anger, shake them, make them slip away.
Yeah.
And y'all gotta meet Allie too. She go hard.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
she's the vocal empress of the whole sound.
Man,
Man,
Nicole too. She the one that's helping me harmonize with the second
and
verse.
that's what I'm saying, man. The harmonizer, man. This is more than just rapping on a song, man. This is moving to your soul. This is soul moving, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Definitely is,
Well, we made it for.
Definitely.
Hey, man. Thank y'all.
Tuning in to the press box.
Yeah.
Being here with us. You know how we do it every Thursday. We humble, thankful, grateful.
I had to run through that break though with them songs playing though, with the man himself in the building with us live.
They're definitely live.
Already.
That's how we get it in the press box.
That was dope.
Right there. Man, let me tell you. Where is it? Let me see the baby blue collar.
I got it pulled up here on
Here
my
it is
phone.
right here. This CD right here. I came to the press box and I got this CD maybe the second time I was here.
Yeah.
Okay, I see the CD. You know what I'm saying? I didn't connect with it though.
Yeah.
I didn't connect with it. I put the CD down.
Yeah.
You know, I probably told somebody may have asked me who it is. I don't know. You know, the boy he clean.
Yeah.
Don't know nothing about the music though. But he got the clean though. But it wasn't until I realized that it was your music that I was like, whoa, wait a minute. Damn, the least I can do is listen to it. You know what I'm saying? And give it a chance, you know what I'm saying? See what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. Give me 1 second. I may have to move because my headphones.
It's jumping in and out on you.
Yeah.
I can hear you fine.
But
though.
I
Super
can't.
clear.
Shout out to Nima, bless us every show with a phone call.
Yeah, call that time.
Yes, sir. Shout out to baby Nima.
Can you hear me now? Is it?
Yeah.
You hear me clear?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Might be
Yeah.
the position of it.
Yeah, so I couldn't. So yeah, I got the CD, man. And I didn't listen to it. So finally, he told me it was his, and I
No,
went.
hold up, stop. You came to a listening party before that, didn't you?
Oh,
I
yeah,
In the midst of
In the
listening.
in the midst of listening to finding out that he was rapping, I
Stumbled up on this
on the listening part for this project.
Yeah, I think it was right after you, after y'all show or something. Probably you came
No,
through.
it was the day after.
After
I
the
came
day.
and
You
followed
came to
him.
pick up something, yeah.
That following day, he
Yo.
was like, man.
But yeah, man, I didn't listen to it until I found out it was him because, like, you know, it's hard. You know, people give. We all been in the music for so long. People give CDs out or whatever. But for one thing, I did say, I say, wow, it is packaged nice. Before I even listened to it, I said, I don't know who it is, but you know, they had a good concept. They had a good, you know what I'm saying. It's aesthetically pleasing to me. Before I even listened to it, you know what I'm saying. So finally, put it off in there like, damn, let me listen to it because that's my man. Shit, he doing the shit. I mean, common courtesy.
Yeah.
Check it out. And at least see what the fuck he
And
talking
let
about.
me see.
Yeah.
And yo, man, this bitch been in rotation ever since.
That's live.
It's slapping.
Ever since.
As they say,
And,
slapping.
yeah, it's slapping. And they go a lot to say about my man Fresh because he ain't just try to push this down
Push it
the
down the
throat.
throat.
You
Nah,
know
he
what I mean? Like, yo, and to have such a dope project.
And not be forcing it down the nigga throat. That's dope.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
It's just like, nigga, you don't know what you got, but when you find out, you're gonna be like, damn, and that's definitely how it was. Like, damn, when we found out exactly what we was holding on to.
The Press Box.
That's
This
live.
is my man Q Guyton. I call him Fresh. Fresh, go introduce yourself to the Press Box fam.
Man, my name is Guyton. I'm from the H. Just an artist out the H, man, that's been putting it down for a little while, man. And I'm glad that y'all received the music the way y'all did. And one of the reasons why I don't push my music on people is because of the climate that hip hop is in our city particularly.
Yeah.
That, you know, you can't really take the same approach that everybody's taking. You know what I'm saying? And I've seen people say that they real dope and they set themselves up for I dare you not to be dope now. You know what I'm saying? And I don't ever want people to listen to my music with that in mind because that's kind of how it is now. So many people do music that you almost have to compete with everybody.
Definitely.
So I don't even want to be in that competition because music isn't even competitive to me. That's something that I'm doing anyway that generates a movement in my body and my mind that gets me to work on the things that I'm working on here. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that whole spin-off album while we was building this building while painting floors and putting grass on walls.
Stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Stop.
So-
Before we get okay, y'all. That's music. This is Q Guyton. music man, artist. But before we get up into the music, tell us about
The ownership.
the media block.
Yeah, the ownership.
How did the
Man,
media block?
that's a long story, and I'm gonna try to keep it short, you know what I'm
Give
saying,
us the
for the
short
sake of
version.
time.
You
But
give us a short version. We'll
but
work with it.
y'all know I've been doing hip hop for a minute in the H, you know what I'm saying, and I take myself to be a businessman of a decent quality of intellect. So I've been trying to put on my own events, my own shows, and I go to venues, and I wasn't received the same as I think everybody else was received based off of what I look like and what my culture represents. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it does kind of have an aggressive feel to it. Hip hop has an aggressive feel to it, but as a business, we shouldn't be treated so aggressively when we're doing business.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what was happening to me as a black businessman, and I'm not able to be aggressive back to you because of certain things. Y'all talked about that earlier this show.
Yeah.
You can't just really
Really
express
great,
your feelings
right. Yeah.
the way you want to when you got something to lose.
Right.
And that may be album sales or ticket sales to a show at your
Right.
venue.
Yeah.
And I can't really
Risk it.
yeah,
You
because
definitely
of
can't.
the way you treating me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No matter how it is, you know, I mean, a lot of people say you got to speak up. That's why, you know, I feel for the athletes because they put a lot of pressure on. We put a lot of pressure on the athletes back in order to stand up for the best cause when they really paying the bills.
That's right. That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? And I'm that person now. You know what I'm saying? I do hip hop, but you know I'm trying to pay the bills too.
That's right.
So I can't just stand up for everything.
And there's something, it's called diplomacy. And the ability, you know what I'm saying, to work and do business regardless of how someone feels. Regardless of
Exactly. And you
not-
gotta have that as a black man
That's
these
right.
days. And as a person, period. You know what I'm saying? We owe everybody that same respect when we doing business. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just hence that's the reason why the media block came to be. I was doing music videos for a lot of underground artists, and it was happening right outside of my house. I was renting out other people's studios who didn't really want us there. You get what I'm saying? I'm renting out other people's venues for music videos who don't even really want us in this place. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I'm putting money in a lot of people's pockets who don't even want me there.
Yeah.
And that's not a good look in every aspect of the business that I'm doing when it's hip hop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So where is it that we can really go when we want to be like this and chill? You know what I'm saying? And still have some sense of professionalism at the same time.
Definitely.
Exactly. So it wasn't nothing there. There was a void in this market, and I felt like, you know, I'm one of those people who got the chance to really try to do this. Why am I waiting for somebody else to do so? You know what I'm saying? And I also created this game. It's a different version of Monopoly. It's a Houston-based Monopoly, and I was playing it with a lot of my partners real frequently, like last year, and we would discuss business ideas and how people are scared to jump and make a good business investment. And when it's this game, when we sit here in real life and won't even really do that for real. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna argue with your partner about how you can't make a good business deal on a game when you won't do that in real life?
Real life, you won't.
You know what I'm saying? I can't be preaching these practical things that I'm using to win a game, and that really relates to my life, and I won't do that. So I really did that. And that's the reason. Another reason why this existed, because I found myself explaining to people how to do good business via a game, and wasn't even taking action in real life to do these same things that I'm using to win games. You know what I'm saying? While I'm watching other people do that too. I'm watching a lot of people around me take risks and really get huge gains.
Benefits off taking those risks.
Exactly. And it's not just my partners or people, it's just like people like Apple, like Samsung.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z. You get what I'm saying? Like Diddy. I'm looking at those people online for real. Like Revolt is a whole network. You know what I'm saying? I watched him put that together, and it's huge now. When it first happened, people was really like, I heard Diddy got a channel.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever. But now, you know, if boys would die to be on Revolt, you got everybody in hip hop, boy, they trying to get to a Revolt conference, which is teaching people, it's motivating people. It's huge.
Right.
Yes.
So that's just something that I wanted to create too myself. You know, I got an engineering background. I know a lot about the technological side of things. And I felt like, you know, a person like myself needs to be in charge of something like this, because I'm sitting right here and I can do that. You know what I'm saying? So I just did it.
Break down exactly all the components of the media block, exactly from
From head to toe. I got you.
From when you walk in the door, what you got all the way to the back door.
All right. So when you first walk in the door,
Yeah, I like that.
you got the lobby to your immediate left, and then the podcast to your immediate right. That's where we're
That's where
located.
we're located right
and
now.
We built a big glass wall right here. Like when I first got to the building, it was blank right there, but I put a glass window there just so you could really have that radio feel when you come in here and have that real that press feel too, because this is a room that I wanted to create for press.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? When dope events are happening in here, you want to have some people in here talking about what's going on live in the back to lead to what's going on back there. So this is really like a press / media / radio room that I wanted to have multi-purposes for meetings and everything, but namely podcasts.
Yeah.
Then the next room over is the video editing room, which is gonna be like the main video room, like you might see at a big venue like a church.
Right,
You know, they got
right.
people in there that's really navigating sound and video that's happening in the entire building. That's ultimately what that room will turn into. And I also do commercials, music videos, and short films. So anything visually that you need, we can provide that for you on a professional platform. And then the next room
Yeah.
down,
I like that.
the next room down is the PR room where my wife and her twin sister, they run their PR firm through that office.
Shout out to the twins.
Shout out to the twins, Deja Vu PR in the building. They consult with actors, artists, comedians, dancers, any person of a creative spirit that wants to get their craft on a professional level. They can help them get on Vivo. They can help them get on iTunes, Tidal, Spotify, all the places where you can find my music. You know, a lot of people don't know that you can get professional without a label behind you these days.
Come on, man.
So this is some of the information that we don't want to just sell to you. We want to offer it to you, and so you can learn. When you come over here and you get that done, we give you your login. We teach you how to do it yourself, so you don't have to pull back up and pay us for something that's petty as an upload. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make some of the things that weren't transparent in the music industry more transparent here as record labels are starting to fade. There needs to be a company that needs to be in place to consult all these multiple artists that are doing these things that can't get pulled into a team of people who are willing to sit behind their vision. You get what I'm saying? Once you just budget out what your vision actually costs, know what that really costs, and be able to save up for that. You get what I'm saying?
Man.
And then also not even I'm trying to make it like a Walmart too. I'm trying to really go live. I don't want to be so expensive to where it's like, all right, it costs this much, but you know how much the boys cost?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
I want it to be affordable for people like me, and also have a room that's the size of an artist that can fill up a room like that, so you won't have to spend 2 bands to get Warehouse Live and then be under the pressure to make your money back because you need to fit so many people in there. You get what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that will lead you back to the last room that we got there, which is the studio room, where you can do almost anything. It's photo shoots, video shoots, small events, music release parties, video release parties, short film releases, fashion shows. You name it, you can do it back there.
You can record a talk show back there.
Exactly, we got all of that.
Anything,
Full
anything.
production.
Yeah.
Listen, any type of
I got some
creative
shit I wanna do,
spirit,
man.
any type of creative
Don't worry
spirit,
about it.
is what I've learned though, and what I'm learning. I want to say, you know what I'm saying? As I continue to come back to the media block, that again, it's so much y'all have to offer. You know what I'm saying? Like again, I didn't even know you was a rapper. At first. I was like, okay, my man Fresh he got a building. You know what I'm saying? Or they got a building, and he probably edit videos or whatever. He probably do all the whatever.
It's crazy how I turned into that. Like, I was talking to one of my close friends the other day, how the dynamic of my life changed when this opened. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was going to be able to open this, and then, you know, people were going to get involved, and it would ultimately start running itself. But now I need to really know how to operate a podcast room. I didn't even know how to do this before I met y'all. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I had to really prioritize on because this is what I'm doing to pay the bills. You know, rap was not working out financially.
Come on, man.
But that doesn't mean I got to give up on it. You know what I'm saying? So I just built something to where I can also be able to work on that and get some bread at the same time.
Genius.
But I still got to prioritize what the money is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Until that becomes something that I don't have to do, then I'm really live. And that's what I'm really going for, financial freedom, which is what I feel like we all should be going for.
That's right.
And that's when we're making money, when we don't have to actually be here.
Yeah.
That's right.
And I'm trying to set something in place to where a lot of people of our culture will have the advantage of a media block, because I know people like you will be able to run this without me having to explain certain dynamics of who to fear when they walking through this door.
Absolutely.
You get what I'm saying? So I really feel like this is way bigger than just me, a rapper, and that's how it is.
Definitely, man. That's definitely a good synopsis on the whole media block, because we couldn't have definitely said it no better. Because it's yours, and you know what the vision that you had for it. You know what I mean, and where you trying to go with it, man.
Yeah, I'm trying to go, man. I'm trying to make this something that you can see in every city. You know what I'm saying? And then you can know what you can go in there and get. It costs the same thing everywhere. You can pull up in another city in the Pressbox in LA because you know the media block is there.
Yeah,
right.
You know what to expect when you
That's
walk
right.
through the door. You know what to expect
When you
pull
go
up.
to Chick-fil-A, you know what you're gonna get at Chick-fil-A no matter
Exactly.
where you go.
No
When
matter-
you go to the media block, and I can definitely can see this is exactly what this is. This has the potential to do just that because
Right.
this is a one-stop shop. You know what I'm saying? And there ain't no bullshit. This is ran like, you know what I'm saying? This is a Fortune 500 company in the making. I'm saying
Appreciate
it the
that,
same way that I co-signed the music. You know
Tell him
I'm
what
saying?
you told me
About which part?
about his music.
I don't know. I said a lot about this shit, bro. I've been going
Hey,
in,
my
bro.
brother he was like, man, he gonna go, man. And we gonna be the first people to do an interview
Oh,
with
yeah.
him.
That's crazy.
That's
No,
what he
it's
said.
Crazy.
No,
That's
for
crazy.
real.
It's what it feels like. It's really what it feels like. Not to say that my music don't speak my music into me being that big, but
Yeah.
I understand where I'm at though. I understand that I'm dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't deny that, but I also I'm not finna just force feed it to you. I just gotta understand that whatever God got planned for that is what's gonna happen.
That's right. And it's like you said, God. Like I say, man. It's our Father. It's a verse somewhere. It said, "Our Father in His house there are many mansions, or in His mansion there are many rooms, or whatever." And I say that to say, everybody want to be a rapper. Like I came up in a generation where at some point everybody I knew was finna put a tape out and finna rap.
Yeah, me
You know what I'm
too.
saying? But
No,
if I
yeah.
had been like, but this was 20 years ago.
Yeah.
If I had the wisdom that I have now, I would have known, man, I could have been a DJ. I could have been a graphic designer. I could have just been a promoter. I could have been a hype man. I could have been a ghostwriter. I didn't have to be the main nigga rapping on stage. You know, everybody wanted that spot.
You're
Where
right.
there was a void in all
In the
these
team.
in the whole team. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody wanted to be the running back or the quarterback.
You could
Yeah.
So the
And
team.
there's so much value in the other aspects of the structure, man. When I realized how much money I could make doing videos, what? I was like, man, the artist's been asleep this whole
The
time.
whole time.
The most money probably was getting made in all of the production.
That's right.
You get what I'm saying? Because there's so much value in the what do they call that when you get the recurring money, the residuals.
Residuals.
Yeah, just think about the people who produced and made all of the things that we see visually, and they get monetized for that when it's on any platform now.
And from movies to commercials,
Everything.
to whatever it is, when that sound is created, it can live forever, much longer than the
Days.
artist.
Yeah.
Now, while we on this vibration right here, we got the artist right here. Behind the artist is someone that responsible for the music,
Yeah,
the
just a little
production.
bit,
You know what I'm saying?
Real bad. I know
Yeah.
damn. Hey, yeah, much respect to Ben Wade. Ben Wade's another producer that I work with. And speaking of producers, man, I only work with boys that I know now too, because I learned that in the industry. Because when it comes down to like the rights to everything, you want to do business with people you can shake hands with for real.
For real, for
That's
real.
kind of important in this industry these days because people on the internet, on the other side of the world, they really treat that like you're not a real person. Like I had to figure that out later in life that you're a statistic to somebody in New York if you never shook their hand before.
Yeah.
You're only as valuable as your Instagram platform says you're valuable.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't understand the real value that you got in your city or the real connections that you have on a real life basis. People that you can shake hands and touch hands with. Just off of nothing. Imagine me and your connection. Imagine if I was a jerk to y'all, and then you heard my music later, and that would never get me here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even if it was
No
dope,
matter
you
how
wouldn't-
dope it was,
you wouldn't want to
that
sit
nigga
down
there,
with
man. Fuck him.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That nigga
that's-
jamming, but I ain't gonna never tell him. I'm gonna hate him for just because.
Exactly. So people use that, and I know this is a little deeper than what we talking about, but people use that on the social media now. These photos that they have of us and these videos that they have, it's not us all day. They use that and they judge us solely off of that. and they interact with you off of that too.
Facts.
And-
Them
and-
big old facts.
And a lot of good connections are missed based off of the way that's set up these days.
If you ain't got 1,000 likes.
Exactly. Or if
Or
you
1,000 followers
Yeah.
doesn't mean that
or
you-
whatever it is. There's so many ways that they'll
Hey,
judge you on
yeah.
social media. It's unbelievable.
Definitely.
And I don't know. I mean, I don't want to complain about it because social media is the gift and the curse. It's one of the
That's right.
greatest
Yeah,
things
that's
that we
right.
have.
Exactly what I said.
Yeah,
Why
so
would you say that?
it's just really about how we use it. So
Use it.
now that I know what it really is, I'm smart enough to use it for what it really is, man. I use it on a business basis, and I don't get too personal, and I don't get too sensitive on there. You know what I'm saying? Most of the most successful people, you'll see that that's what the pattern is. You can't be too sensitive, and you can't be too personal.
Definitely. Cause they sitting back waiting, man. But let's talk. We got to talk about the media block. Let's talk about this album, man. Let's
Go for it. Yeah, man, I steered y'all way away from
Oh,
Robert,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
the
Oh.
producer.
No, but it needed
No.
to be said, you know, because I'm a man of very few words, man. He says it all. But I would like to say, well, as far as the music, how I met him is exactly what he was just talking about.
Yes, sir.
Like, you know, how it started, I ended up interning for like a local record label called Loud Music. Shout out to Loud Music. If it
Shout
wasn't
out.
for them, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have met this man. I wouldn't be sitting here.
Shout out.
None of us.
It
Networking.
was, and
None
this
of us
was the
would be
Supreme
sitting
Network. Oh
You
my
know,
goodness,
and
it's
I
hilarious.
still try to keep the steam. You know, I still try to keep the steam. It was what was it? It was 2015 of November.
So 4 years ago.
Yeah, just about 4 years ago. It was somebody else's mixtape release party, and as an intern, I had to go around and make sure warm the people up. You know.
Yeah.
And they basically gave us the freedom to do so, you know, to go out there and network and meet somebody. Because there was some heavy hitters, and I standing next to him as well too. I think he had some city officials in there, some judges in there, and whatnot. You know,
Yeah,
so if
that
you was
was
a
it.
whole lawyer in the making, if you ran into a judge, boom, there it was.
Yeah.
You know, there's your role to pay for yourself. You know?
Right.
So and since I had met Q, him and his wife and her twin sister, I was like, at first, I tell them all the time, it's like this joke is timeless to me. I was like, man, this boy got twins representing him. That's dope. I gotta holler at him.
Word.
Didn't even know one of them was his wife.
Right, aesthetics, the aesthetics, you
You
know,
know
you
what
was
I'm
looking
saying? Like,
good,
no,
right?
you can't move. You
No kind of way.
He's winning. You know
I
what
know,
I'm saying?
it's
As we
it's
speak. So,
Yeah.
you know, I had the foresight to be like, no, I had to like really figure out like who's this person is, because I feel like I had something to offer to him as well too, and I had to follow up. It was my time to get inside my networking skills, to follow up with those people, and see what happens, see where it goes, and then he was like, pull up.
Yeah, I liked one of your beats. You gave me a beat tape.
Yeah.
Gave me a beat tape, like the beat. I think I wrote a
Yeah.
song to it. But I
Yeah,
wanted to meet him first though, because I was
Yeah.
like, man, I like to meet people.
Before
first
you put
beat
your
is on-
heart on some shit.
Yeah.
The first beat was on this tape right here, Blue Heart.
Elevator music too.
The
Yeah,
elevator music too.
I don't
Yeah.
think I seen that right there.
yeah, that's the one I told y'all
So-
probably ain't seen. A lot of people say that's my best album. That's one of their favorites.
Yeah.
But
I see it's real artsy, man. Like
yeah, I'm a
it's
painter
very
too.
artistic.
I didn't know if y'all
Oh,
knew that. I paint.
Man, this boy do everything, man.
For
This boy do
real.
everything. This man does everything, man. This man is cold, man.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yeah, I paint, man. These
He's
are paintings
still God,
that's
man.
actually at my crib, and the full version of it is probably inside of there. But I do abstract art on canvas, and that's probably the reason why this place is so artsy and so decorative, because that's kind of like my style. But yeah, that's
dope.
one of my paintings.
That's dope.
As a producer, musician that's out here trying to network, trying to find somebody that could vocally paint their picture on my paintings, you know, I hit the jackpot.
Come on,
you know
man.
what I'm saying?
Come on, man.
Yeah,
I hit the jackpot, you know, because that's all I was ever wanting to do. I was like, God, who could possibly hop on this? I
On this
didn't
shit.
know, you know, I didn't know.
and he got a jazzy vibe too, and you know that's kind of like my style. I'm laid back, you know. I
Yeah,
like
real cafe-ish, man.
Yeah, you know. Sit
Sounds
back
like
and sip something to it.
A lot of those tracks that I made, that's real. You know, I made everything by hand. You know, I hardly sample. I can count on one hand how many samples I use, because you know how the copyright laws get. You know,
Yeah. And then they take every
man. Whether they like it or not, it's gonna be a hassle. You know what I'm saying? So,
But he got bangers too, though. 'Cause,
Yeah,
y'all ain't heard that Black Magic. I'm gonna give y'all a copy of that
oh
too.
yeah,
But he
Black, yeah.
produced a song called Bands on there with
Yeah.
me, Trill, Sammy, Dope Easy,
Ray
Ray
P.
P. That is a banger too,
Yeah,
boy.
it got
super
slated
banger.
on Chopped Up Not Slopped Up.
Yeah, OG Ron C. then was spinning it on the radio when we first dropped it. It was pretty live.
Yeah, that was
We thought we was finna get live back there. We was like, ooh, yeah!
that was 2016.
How long you been producing?
Well, since I had the resources to do so, I've been producing since maybe like 2013. But I've been a part of music since I was in middle school. My first instrument was the trumpet. I was in marching band throughout my whole
So
life.
you understand music, you understand music.
Yeah, I
But you
understand.
only been
I
making
read it.
beats for about 5 years?
Yeah.
And you made the shots?
Yeah.
Tell us about shots, because you said shots was produced before you even met my man.
Yeah. I made that maybe like 2013, 2014, because all I needed was a MacBook.
That'd be
beat
5
software.
years old.
Yeah, it's about 5 years old. And I forgot what I called it. Alicia's Guns.
Alicia's Guns.
Huh.
I called it Alicia's Guns because it was a riff from one of her songs, Unbreakable.
Yeah.
Boom. I just took that and then put that on the chord progression that I chose to use.
Yeah.
You know, and it just fell into it, and I was just going through some other sounds. I found some shots, some cots and shots and whatnot, and it just added to the aesthetic that I wanted to hear. You know,
It's so crazy too because when I heard it, I thought it was a Mary J. Blige sample. That's the reason why I asked Allie to sing like Mary J. on it. When it first came on, it sounded like that. My life, my life, my life,
Yeah,
my life,
yeah.
in the sunshine.
Yeah.
And it sounded like that when it came on for that Mary sample.
Definitely.
And I was like, ooh.
And the cool part about it, I didn't have that in mind either. You know what I'm saying? So everybody hears something different, and I find that very fascinating. I'm like, man, I want to hear what you hear. I want to hear what's going on inside your head. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hears something differently.
Yeah.
You know?
And particularly that song too. I remember you sent it to me tracked out.
Yeah.
In cause it had a dope vibe to it, you know what I'm saying, the original version of it, but I felt like there needed to be a little build up. So originally I got that song in its entirety, and then when I went back and wrote the song, we were taking out bass here, we're taking out keys here, other instruments here and there.
Yeah.
It really got like fine tuned. That was the only song that we really fine tuned by instrument on Baby Blue Collar.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, everything is subject to
man.
change, you know?
At any time, I can tell just by some of by the vocals, not even before the beat. Like I can tell there was some major editing going on, or some major
we went
like,
live on that.
I'm like, yo, why did you do that? Like, what made you take away like some of the? We're gonna have to play that song so y'all can hear this before we get out of here.
Yeah, for sure.
But that song right there, I can tell that it was a lot brought into it. And you said it was an Allie was speaking on there with the vocals as well.
Yeah, her name's Allie.
Okay.
Shout out to Allie.
She killing on there right now.
On that Baby Blue Collar.
Oh my goodness, she sounds like a sample. It's kind of like a joke within our clique that she on a lot of songs, but people think that that's just a sample on the song until you come to one of my performances because we perform all of the stuff like really live. And since he really played that, and we really got all of the components to the songs when we replaced the real bass player with the bass, and we replace the person who produced it with the real keys, and then you really put Allie on there when it sounded like an ad-lib. We perform shots live. People are like, okay, now I see why it's like that. And that's the reason why it is like that, because it was kind of real organic and real. So some of those instruments, I knew they needed to come out in certain places so other people could shine while she was singing. I needed it to be dry so you know her voice is live. Yeah. And it's changing. It's not no copy and paste. Yeah. She's singing that throughout the whole song different. So you know.
So she feel it,
she feel a different way.
Yeah, so she went back in and back. Oh, yeah, she cold.
That's how.
Is
that her on the remix to that? Yeah. Part two.
That's her.
Yeah, cause y'all got off into there and got up into your guts. You got into your guts.
I ain't even heard this shit. I'm waiting.
Yeah. Remix.
Look, man, I told him this. I want to say this on camera because it's for real. Like I didn't listen to the music. But when I finally listened to it, I wanted to let him know, like, yo.
Yeah, you did though.
I'm telling you, I'm fucking with this music because I was like, new music. It's hard for me to get new music or get into something.
Yeah,
but when I hear something that's a new sound, like to me, I was like, yo, this is almost like the Kanye type of shit. It's
I
like,
get that a lot.
it's like,
feel that vibe type.
It make you proud to be smart.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Instead of turning
I want something that's gonna make me, I can get all down with the most ratchet shit. And we can do all that shit too. But again, I want something that I can relate to. That's kind of just mature for me. Make me feel smart.
And you know what? I was really going through a lot through this album. Like that album came before the media block. You know what I'm saying? And so you know, I was going through a whole lot trying to figure out what was what through making that. And I know it's a certain vibe, and I was in a very empowering type of vibe because I just had been surrounded by so much negativity that I felt like, man, forget all of that. That's not gonna interfere with my music.
I'm breaking down.
So that's like the Lotus was in the mud in the midst of all of the most putrid shit.
And I was just finna flick all of the negativity off of me through this music, through this vibe, and just that's when I'm in my zone. You can't get to me right here.
Exactly.
And that's basically what that was. And I also wanted to let boys know too, you know what I'm saying? The reason why Shots is so valuable as a song to me is because it's me really telling you, bro, I ain't even rich. I'm taking the same struggles boys out here taking. I'm just really taking the chance, like I told you. I'm just really trying to hit this flip right along with the next people that's over here. They might be doing it on a lower level, but there's the same magnitude of a stress factor when you check the check regardless. It don't matter if I got a Lamborghini and a $1 million crib. If I'm living check to check, I got the same stress factor as a dude with the Toyota Corolla and an apartment on the south side. You get what I'm saying? So whatever it may look like, you know what I'm saying, that's what I really wanted people to learn. That's not what you need to really look at. And don't worry about what everybody else is doing because that man may be taking the same risk you taking, you just not taking that. You know what I'm saying?
And you just looking at his Instagram.
Exactly.
How you going up his Instagram? He got your food.
Yeah, because a lot of people who know I rap, they don't know I do all the stuff that you see me do. And they don't give me no credit for that, and I can't be mad at that. That's not for them to give me credit. So that's something that I had to learn about myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking around looking for somebody to justify all of the hard work that's being put in. That's gonna get manifested through the work.
And through the Pressbox right now, you are all the hard work to my people that's watching, to our people that's watching. You are seeing the manifestation of hard work, of a thought process, of many hours. I'm sure. Like I said, the project that I'm strung out on right now wasn't even, you know what I'm saying, here when. The Pressbox wasn't even here.
We didn't even think, this wasn't even an idea when I made that album.
Hey, that's crazy.
So
what's an idea when I made that album? That's probably this time last year that I dropped, maybe in March, South by Southwest. I had dropped that for South by. And basically, I was thinking this album, this is one of them ones. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, man, this is, because I used to be an engineer. I made big bread as an engineer. I got laid off in 2012, and I haven't been doing that since. And since then, I really taken a major dive as far as financial stability. So I know what it's like to be out here really hustling every day with everybody else.
Come on, man. Now we get down to the nitty gritty.
Yeah, so I can't. So people can't use money as an excuse, and neither can I at this point either. And I know in life you get to a point to where you got to choose. Is the fact that this not making no whole bunch of money for me right now gonna stop me?
The vision or the bread.
Or exactly. Or am I gonna really push for it because I really believe in it? So that was what I was doing then, but it also empowered me to do this. You know what I'm saying? Just because I didn't make it, I did make it.
Man.
Exactly.
I made something else.
Man, you better talk about it.
This is not a microwave project though. I don't know how long it took, but this is nothing you just cook up and it's gonna be gone in a couple of days. Like this project right here is gonna be around. Like you said, you put a lot into this. Like I'm new to this. This is new to me. Like my people, when they hear this is new to them. They're like, okay, this is because I feel like you know what I'm saying. By the graces of the Most High, I've been given an ability to recognize greatness. You know what I'm saying? And so when I hear shit, it gives me a rush to be like, yo, get on this shit first. You know what I'm saying? Before it take out, because this is gonna be that shit. You know what I'm saying? You go check it out for yourself. So I appreciate the music, just the media block, the editing. Like I said, it's so much shit that you do that you really in-house to a certain extent where you build this thing where now people are gonna come to you. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you're right. I mean, that was something that I didn't realize at first. I was really making this place so I could hit the flip and make some money. I needed to get a studio so I wouldn't have to keep paying these people to do what I wanted to do. But in turn, you're right. Making this something that everybody can use was one of the best things that I ever did, because it is bringing media to me. It's bringing people who I was trying to get out there to recognize my music. Like I said, you probably would have never got a chance to listen to this if you didn't pull up to this place.
Right.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
And then it was just me being ready to present it to you is what really got me live. You know what I'm saying? Because if I didn't have these CDs to give to you, it might have been even harder for you to listen to that online and tell you that I'm a rapper.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what a lot of people miss too in the investment of getting physical copies. A lot of people get talked about for giving a CD to people.
Come on, man. Come
Rappers,
on.
they do, and because there's so many fails in it. But it, just like everybody else, there's a lot of fails in attempts of everybody who did something great. So yeah, I might have failed when I gave you a CD, all of y'all the first time, because I slipped them to you inadvertently, gave you one. That didn't work. You know what I'm saying? So having another one matters.
Yeah.
If I didn't have another one to give you, then I'm really stuck. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just trying to help boys, man, because I feel like, man, I learned a whole lot down my path, and I need to make sure that all of the people who coming up with me, they need to know some of the stuff that I use to really get better.
I agree. Just like you said right here. Look at like you got to spend some money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got to spend a little
invest
bread
in your craft. You know what I'm saying? This is a prime example of, because I know we in the new age of music where everybody think you can just go straight to iTunes, or you can just go straight to all these different platforms and bypass
all of this.
But people fail to realize this is what actually build relationships. This is how you build a rapport with a fan base, is by personalize this experience right here. But like say, hey, because I can appreciate, like I said,
it's tangible. And just to show you this too, man, I'm gonna bring it in, not to show off, but this is a USB form of my mixtape, which is this tape and
come on,
it's two
man.
tapes. It's Black Magic and Blue Heart. So both projects is on there. You can take this off of here and put it in your computer as a USB, and then have the project. And it's just like a business card, so it fit in your wallet.
Got like a couple videos in there too.
Yeah, it's got videos on there, everything. So if you really want to get my stuff, you ain't got no excuse. You can save it to your phone, save it to your computer, save it to your DJ lineup, all of that, and be able to view it.
Listen.
So y'all can have that. I got one of those for both of y'all, man. I'm gonna have all my albums on there, so y'all can really go check out, you know what I'm saying, everything that I did.
Thank you.
And you can just keep it too and use it as a jump drive. So whenever you ain't got no space, when you need to save your episode, you can pass me that.
Man, listen. Everybody out here, Pressbox, all of the aspiring artists, all of my partners that's doing music. Listen, man, tap in to my man Q right here. This is some shit I ain't never heard of.
Never seen
Listen,
Never
like I
seen
say,
it.
this is the plug, bro.
It's all about thinking outside the box, man.
It's all about outside the box. You want to go to the next level, you got to expand your network, man. You got to work with people that's doing shit that you're not doing. You know what I'm saying? And I know right now, y'all boys ain't doing this right here, man. Ain't nobody ever gave me this right here. So listen, if you listening and you trying to get this for your music, you know what I'm saying? Tap in with my man Q, because I'm, like I said, he's trying to share this information. You know what I'm saying? Everything ain't free. Believe that. You're gonna have to come in, you know what I'm saying, and figure this shit out. But with that inside it, once you get in and the doors are open, these are the things that are offered, opportunities in different ways for you to expand your
Stuff
brand.
you never could
You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I see with you. Like every time, it's more than just a rapper. You a brand. You have much more to offer. I feel that you shouldn't. Like I understand that you got so much to offer. You may slip your music in, but man, like I'm waiting on the street team. I'm waiting on whatever.
We got them.
Because people need to like say, hey man, this is something that people need to listen to, man. This is a fresh breath of Texas music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of the old school artists
have the old way.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing really been passed down through Houston through just a whole new wave. It's still kind of the same
Figuring itself out right
people.
now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Holding on to the torch. because they don't really know who to hand this motherfucker off to. But
like, I don't want to give it to the wrong person, and they got my name to associate it with them. And,
Yeah, and
you know,
that's really existing too. Like that's how
Yeah.
boys really feel too.
yeah.
right there, right now, live in Houston, you can see it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I do believe that music itself will take over. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? The music gonna do what it's gonna do. You can't deny, you know what I'm saying, good jamming ass music, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
And so
yeah.
I'm here to tell y'all about my man with the baby blue collar. And I wanna get off into another song, man, if we can.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
We got, let's see, yeah, we got time. We started a little bit behind, so we got at least to ride out to a couple of his tracks.
If you could give us one, give us an intro to one, just tell us about the creation of it, or whatnot, or
Which one?
anyone. Give us one of your favorite ones.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, we off the this baby blue collar.
Yes, sir. Are
I
you
feel like we already. You know what? I really like. Man, I don't know. It's hard to ask me.
Let's do.
It's like separating kids.
You want to play shots? Then?
Yeah,
We
yeah,
talked a lot
yeah,
about
shots,
shots.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Come on, only right.
Come on, in.
Hey, we in here live, man. We're artist, producer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's what I found really attractive about his style, because a little bit about myself. You know, I was born here. I was born here shortly, like maybe 1 or 2, maybe like I was a toddler and I left. My mom took me back to Chicago, and
From
I
the
still,
land.
and I still have family members here, born and raised here. You know, so and my father too. So every summer, every Christmas that I wasn't living here, I was here.
Yeah.
You know, so I always heard the radio. I always heard
You knew
the Big Mo
tapped
before
into
he
the
passed
culture.
away.
I always tapped
I've
into the
always
culture.
I've always tapped into the culture because my cousins were born and raised here. So when I ride around with them, what they jamming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't even gotta tell you. Like my cousin had a real life great tape, and I was
Screw,
looking.
baby. Jamming screw. Straight up.
I
It's
was
slowed
like,
down. What's going
I
on?
popped it in, and I was like, what? So ever since then, and then when I started living here back in '04, and I've been here for quite a long time, and even in '04, I think that was like the last few years when it was still kind of potent with that Houston culture, you know, and I appreciate it, you know what I'm saying? And then now, when I found him, I was like, I'm not hearing that no more.
Yeah.
But he has it.
Right.
So I was like, I gotta be a part of it.
Got to be.
I gotta be a part of it, you know what I'm saying? And get that new modified sound, you know what I'm saying? The new modified style and slang that he still puts into for the new generation out here that hardly even talk like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't even feel like that.
I didn't even think he was from Houston.
A lot of people say that. You'll tell after you hear.
Dang,
You'll tell after you hear the music though.
Yeah. Because it's so tapped into the city, like, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then when I go back home, what am I doing? Check this man out.
But you know what? I love the H-Town culture so much. I couldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I just couldn't take away from what Big Pokey, Lil Kiki, DJ Screw, Burnt Beans, Pimp C Mill put into my soul. You know what I'm saying? I know I have some influence from all of those people. Don't get me wrong, but I also wanted to do them the justice by making what they put in me mine. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm saying? My version of what that music used to make me feel like, cause that's really a lot of my inspiration, all the music that I grew up on.
That's right.
Yeah, and it really was some of this music right around here, man. I'm one of the biggest Big Pokey fans. A lot of people, I'm
Come on, man.
fan.
You and me both.
Man, some of the freestyles used to light my whole life up. You know what I'm saying? So you know how they used to feel in the comments. So you know what I'm saying? I just want that for whoever is coming up. You know what I'm saying? Or even the people that's my age that miss that feeling. You know what I'm saying? I want to take them back there sometime.
I think you absolutely did and captured that moment.
He in the moment,
You know.
He sees in the moment with this
Yeah,
right
man, it's
here.
a good look.
He definitely good looking. What's up with it now?
Saying that they're not rappers. We're gonna talk about that. For real.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hear a lot of rappers in general. It ain't even in this city. Like I've heard some of my favorite rappers say, you know, I don't like rappers. Jeezy one of them. You know what I'm saying? And I love Jeezy music, but that's just something I disagree with, man. We can't be sending back negative energy to the beauty that we created.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
People just actually looking at you to aspire to do what you're doing.
Exactly. You can't be feeding that to them because they want to be a rapper, bro. Because that's what you really are.
That's like, I don't like podcasters. I ain't a podcaster.
Exactly. Why wouldn't you be? When that's exactly what you do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like you saying that as you actually doing it. And that's real weird to me to hear that. And I've heard it in several different versions. Not to single out Jeezy because that's not my intent. It wasn't something that I thought about particularly with Jeezy, but it's just something that I've been seeing. And I feel like it's gonna take somebody like me to say something to these people because if they want to come at me about it, we can do the whole rap thing about that too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely gonna tell you I'm gonna give you these bars.
All the smoke.
All the smoke. Yeah, but I'm really in the struggle though. You know what I'm saying? I said something about that on my newest album. You know, I ain't no battle rapper because I'm really in the battle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm really battling real life issues, so a lot of that stuff is very relevant to me. Like the negativity that we put on each other as rappers, from rapper to rapper, it's really a time that we need to just do something different, bro. Like boys is tired of being mad at each other when the song comes on.
So much so, you got your son on the front of the CD cover.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The business is family oriented right here.
Yeah.
You run this with your wife.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? The meaning of baby blue collar, I probably should have told y'all that, man. It was really, white collar jobs and blue collar jobs, and then you mix that together. If it was paint, it would be baby blue.
Hey.
And then the thing is, I really do the white collar and the blue collar version of hip hop. Like I'm really doing the business aspect, and I'm the artist. So I know both sides, and I know both sides are possible, and that's something that has been taught that it isn't for us. You know what I'm saying? People are scared to attack both sides of the business. A lot of artists just want to be an artist, and a lot of managers just want to manage an artist. You can wear two hats at the same time. You don't have to wear them all, but you can wear a couple of them, bro.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that that's me. That's the version of me. It's the mix of those two. In an art form, it would be baby blue, and then the play on words for the baby. That's my baby boy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just trying to teach him the way too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's appropriate.
He fresh. I know he gonna get that good.
That's some prolific stuff right there. Because 20 years from now, his son gonna grow up to see that.
Man, it's probably gonna be weird for him. I didn't even think about that at first.
You know what I'm saying? That give me chills thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang. Like, what's a photo album? No, put it on the album.
Nah, exactly. Look at me. It's me. Look at my daddy when he was thinking about it. He was so forward thinking.
Yeah.
To think that in 20 years, look where we at now. So the media block gonna be somewhere like the House of Blues, man. You know what I'm saying?
The new house of Barry on.
No doubt. Like this is the spot where people need, like I noticed it. This spot where people gonna come through. You know what I'm saying? We started a little late, you know what I'm saying? And we were a little pressed for time. You know what I'm saying?
And I can always be back, man. I'm right here, man. I'll join in whenever you need, bro.
You heard that right there from the man himself. Hey man, look, we're gonna get ready to wrap this show up right here, man. And we are at the media block, you know what I'm saying? Not only where we live podcasting, they doing editing right here, my man. Before we leave, tell our listeners what all services you offer. Tell us how people can contact you. Tell them whatever. Just give them everything, man. Let people know about you.
All right, for the most part, man, you can come here. You can get a music video. You can get a commercial. You can get some guidance on releasing your brand. You can do an event here. You can do a podcast, a radio show. You can get consultation from public relations, and you can also do a photo shoot. You can do a video shoot. You can do a movie. You could also do a show on TV. So, I mean, basically, the media block offers all those things, man, and along with a lot more things to come, too, man. So, go to @TheMediaBlock on social media, themediablock.com on website, and that's basically about it.
Yeah, man. Big ups, man. Thank y'all again, man. You again.
Bro, tell them your name again. Tell them how to contact you and reach you, brother.
First off, my name is Robert Williams. That's my name.
Robert on this bitch.
Yes, sir.
You know.
My handle is Roby1 Kenobi on Instagram, Twitter.
Roby1 Kenobi. Ooh.
Yes, sir. I'm a producer, engineer, now a video editor, because I just got done doing the shoot for myself, for my promo and everything.
That's one of them I gotta edit too.
Yeah, man, hanging around Q.
I'm finna hang around there, Mr. Program. I'm finna be an intern, whatever it takes.
Already,
great minds think alike. So I've been hanging around him. We shoot a video, we shoot some footage today, and then at the end of the day, we posting it on social media.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Looking like a movie, or looking like a TV commercial.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm just understanding. I'm like, whoa.
So before today or 2 weeks ago, I was just an engineer, musician, producer.
Right.
Now I'm editing videos. Now I'm shooting videos.
Right.
Learning that aesthetic. So
Your network is your net worth, people.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? If you hanging around 3 bums, bitch, you gonna be number 4.
You
know what I'm saying? Get it together real swiftly, man. Hey, we about to get out of here, man.
Hey, man,
so we can come back
man.
next week. We're gonna have something special for y'all next week, man. We're gonna
dib and dab next week, man. We're gonna have another special guest.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we're gonna have another special guest. We're gonna show them shit. We know a couple people too.
Already.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Hey man, well it was a pleasure being here, man. I appreciate y'all boys.
Thank y'all for having me, man. I'm behind the scenes on some action, but appreciate y'all for having me through.
Man, we appreciate y'all for coming through, man. And we definitely gonna have y'all come back through and give us some more, man, just history about this music scene in Houston and how y'all have been down here in it and what y'all are adding on to it, man, and what y'all have to offer. You know what I'm saying? There's definitely a lot. Y'all tap into these people. You know what I'm saying? They told y'all what it is, so you can come and get it. Like, nigga, this is the plug. This is the plug, nigga. Ain't no excuse for you to be sitting up doing nothing unless you just the bum.
Yeah.
Bro, what you got for me? Pressbox signing off.
Pressbox
February 1st, man. We making Black History, man.
This is Black History.
Oh, it is. Dope.
Yeah, man.
Strong.
Signing out, man.
One time.
All the time.
That was dope, man. Appreciate y'all boys again, man.
Yes, you, big homie.
Already. Sorry we went over. I know we got all into the conversation. I was like, damn, 10 already?